Let's start with reading class. Let's talk about the storm. That is the title of the story class, the storm that we're going to start reading today.
We're going to read a copy.
Yes, we're going to read and copy. So have ready book and notebook, please. Book and notebook. The two of them we're going to use today. Now, let's start with the storm. That is the title of the story. We have a vocabulary. So first, let's review the vocabulary of the story. That if you remember the last class of reading, we write sentences using these words. Now, accident, remember the accident is something harmful, unlucky that can happen unexpectedly. Coach, remember that it's something that you are trying to convince somebody else to do something or to stop doing something in a good way, So being some gently persuade. The word number 3 that we have, it's nozzle. Nozzle is to rub someone else with your nose. So you are like giving a kiss with the nose to somebody else, like your dog or a family member or a friend. When you're sad, you can hug your dog, your pet, your cat, nuzzle. Now, also we have the word soothing. Soothing means something that it's relaxing, comforting, calming. It's like a place. It can be the music. Sometimes we listen music that it can be soothing, that it's relaxing, that it makes you to relax. Tornado class. Tornado, remember that it's a storm. It's a violent and destructive storm. And the last word that we have is wail. Wail, it's a sound that it's like a long, loud cry, like boy. It's like crying. It's a synonym for crying. That is wail, a synonym for cry. Now, you don't have to copy. Right now, do not copy anything. We're going to complete this is orally. We're going to complete this paragraph using the vocabulary. So you see, we need to complete this paragraph using the vocabulary according to its meaning. So let's see here, we have the word coast, whale, nozzle, tornado, and soothing. It says one of the worst kinds of storm is which word do you think that it's missing here? That it's one of the worst kinds of storms.
Tornado.
Okay, let's check your answer. Excellent, it's a tornado. When a bad storm is coming, the long, loud, often alarm sounds warning. Which word do you think that it's here? It's a long sound.
Nozzle.
Nozzle, you think that nozzle?
Soothing.
Soothing? No, wail. Wail, remember that is like a long, it's crying. So a loud wail of an alarm sounds warning. During the last storm, we hide in the cellar. My dog Floppy pressed close and me the whole time. He was scared too. So they were hugging. They were what?
Nozzle.
Nuzzle, that's right. Nuzzle me. They were together, having him near and comforting.
Soothing.
Soothing and comforting, that's right. After the storm passed, him to come out the cellar by offering a biscuit. Coaxed, excellent. It's trying to convince, so it persuaded, I coaxed him to come out of the cellar by offering a biscuit. Excellent. So you see, we have a paragraph using these words to complete it. Now, look at the page 301 class. You are going to copy this. You are going to write a prediction before reading. Remember that this is one of the steps. Before reading, we can say predictions. Now, look at the picture and the title. That is the story. And you see that picture and write your prediction. Everybody write your prediction. What do you think this story will be about? What will happen in this story? Everybody write 1 sentence, 2 sentences in your notebook about what do you think the story will be about? Anna, tell me, Anna.
Miss, I'm going to have the camera off because I have problems with the internet and I can't see you.
Okay, got it. So in your notebook, everybody, I'm going to give you 2 minutes, because then we're going to start with the reading of the story. But before reading, everybody write in your notebook this before reading and write 1 or 2 sentences. What do you think this story will be about? What the story will be about? And then you're going to take a photo and upload this. So everybody should be working. What do you think will happen in this story?
I predict that one day in the farm, one boy see a storm, a tornado,
Mhm.
and then was past the storm.
Okay, good job. That is your prediction, Khaled. So write it down in your notebook, write that, because that is your prediction.
Yeah. The farm.
What do you think will happen to the animal? You see here, there are some animals in the picture. So write a sentence also about that. What will happen in this story? What challenges might be in this story also? Or which challenges?
Boy.
Finished?
Yeah.
Yes, all of you finished to write the prediction? Raise your hand if you finished. Raise your hand if you finished to write it down. Khaled. Who else? Just Khaled?
No, wait.
Okay, just Khaled. 1 more minute. What do you think the story?
Pensamos for the storm.
Yes, what do you think the story will be, Marcelo? Just by seeing the picture and the title, what do you think this story will be about?
I think a boy has an accident with your leg, and these are the reason I in this seat.
Okay, excellent, Rebecca, but you think that this boy has an accident? In his, not my, his legs. So this boy, that's why, or this is the reason why, the boy is in a wheelchair. Silla de rueda, wheelchair. Okay.
We have to only copy the topic and lo que yo pienso que sea tu historia.
You need to write, yes, this, the title, and then you write before reading, and you write 1, 2 sentences about what do you think the story will be about.
Por ahorita, I think that boy se lastimó the legs on the storm.
Okay, so you think that the boy hurts his legs on the storm? Okay, write it down. Yes, what do you think? At the end, we're going to see your predictions, but right now, think about what can be the story about.
That he's running on the storm and se tropezó with something.
Oh, you think that before the storm he was good with the legs, walking, running, and after the storm, after the tornado, you think that now he's a wheelchair? Okay, write it down, write it down.
I think destroy your house, the tornado.
Okay, write it down. The house was destroyed by the tornado, or the tornado destroyed the house.
I think and also your dog.
Okay. Good job. Anna, tell me 1 sentence that you wrote.
The sentence that I wrote.
Yes, your prediction.
My prediction is that the boy has an accident, and it's because he is in the wheelchair that he has an accident with the tornado, and the tornado is going to destroy the city.
Destroy the city. Okay, good job. Okay,
¿Cómo puedo comenzar ya my prediction?
Just write it down. What is your prediction?
Okay,
You say many predictions, Gabriela. Which one?
I don't know.
You have many predictions, so just write it down. Write a sentence.
Okay. How much sentences?
One or two. It's okay, 2 sentences, class, not too much.
Okay.
Marcelo, you want to share your prediction?
No.
No. Fernando, you want to share your prediction?
I think that the boy run with the wheelchair
Mhm.
of the tornado, and the tornado destroys her house.
Destroy his house. Okay, good job. Finish, class. Did you finish? You have at least one prediction in your notebook?
I finished.
Yes. Okay, now have ready with you the book. Have ready with you the book, because now we're going to read the story. Read the story, the first pages, to see what happened. So that's why you need to write first the prediction to see if you were right or not. Now, page 302, 302. Everybody be ready with page 302. Please. Okay, let's see. There it is. Okay, let's start with the reading. Who is on page 302? Who is ready with the book?
Me, Gabriela.
Gabriela? Okay, Gabriela, you're going to be the first one to help me to read.
School had begun just fine until then, just an everyday class, and just like the beginning of every tornado season, the teacher began going over the usual information about the safety drill and the storms themselves. After she explained the map of school exits, she showed a few slides of real tornadoes. Next, she described what to do if caught outside in one. It was then Robert had picked up. It must be real scary for Jonathan. Jonathan stuck in his wheelchair is what he means. Jonathan muttered to himself. This was what he hated. Just this, being singled out, different of all things, a storm. There were things he was scared of, but storms were one of them. He loved storms. He loved those evenings when he and Dad would watch a thunderstorm, and his spittering lightning boom and flash the darkness into daylight.
Excellent. Stop here. Thank you, Gabriela. So what is the name of the boy, class, that is in the wheelchair? Jonathan, that's right. And you see that since the beginning of the story, Jonathan is in a wheelchair. Before the tornado, before the story, is in a wheelchair.
My prediction is wrong.
So your prediction, okay, later we're going to see. So, but don't worry, you were making prediction just by reading and seeing the picture, the title and the picture. Then we're going to check it was wrong or no. Gabriela says my prediction was wrong. Was wrong because she says that he was in the storm, that then after the storm, he was in a wheelchair. But since the beginning, Jonathan was in the wheelchair. And you see here, it says he loved storms. He loves the storm, so it means that he wasn't in a storm. The reason that this boy is in a wheelchair. But it says that boom and the flash darkness into daylight. Okay, let's see. What is he scared about it? Let's continue with the next one. Fernando, continue with the reading, Fernando.
What he was scared of was much more common and everyday. Cars, traffic, the feeling of tires and pavement, He could still see, as if in a freeze frame, the red truck the second before it blindsided him as he crossed us 40 under the flashing red light. And he was scared of moments like this around others. When he realized everyone was thinking about him, or not really him, but his condition, his legs, his inability to use them, his wheelchair. He hated these moments when he felt everyone looking at him. He dreaded this as much as the flashbacks because this happened more often.
Okay, stop here. Excellent. So what is it afraid of? What is Jonathan afraid of, class? About?
Cars and
Cars.
traffic.
Why about cars and traffic? Why? Look here, he says he was in a car accident. He was the reason of why he is in a wheelchair. He has an accident in the car because he was passing the red light of the flashing, it says here. And now he is in this condition. Then, okay, let's continue with the reading. The rest of the class went on about funnel clouds and the conditions, the clouds then, how the ground speeds could reach 60 and the winds inside them over 200 miles per hour. Jonathan knew all this and the daydreams while the class went over what he had heard before. Continue with the reading, Rebecca, please.
Jonathan didn't know it, but people were yelling everywhere that day, and Gregory Charles Viennans were shooting him something awful. Meg Thomas complained there wasn't a beer of when to dry her washing. Hansel had lain down at Maybe, at Whistle Stone coming, gone and rain. But Wester was a really hate it his head. Jonathan complained to no one in particular. As he wheeled himself away from the bus and down the long drive to the house. Everything stuck to me is shared. He was happy though to see his mom on the porch, knowing that she understood about not missing him at the bus.
Okay, excellent. See here now, let's see what is he's going to speak or talk about with his mom. You see here in the picture, we have Jonathan's in the wheelchair and also his mother. Now let's continue with the reading the first paragraph. Khaled and then Marcelo. Khaled and then Marcelo.
Okay. Jonathan, these cars giving the knee hits again. Yell, dale, say. He take a look at it is above him. It in break away. I show the back in plenty of time, but surface and make it not just put in the oven.
Your dad's
Your dad
still
still at Reynolds, working on that road. I went got the cats in the barn. And then chicken feet from coming Martha tell me, and she never born home, and I run late. So you get the horses. Your mom smile. Don't worry, I take care of them.
Let's stop here. Stop here. Excellent. So what is his mother saying, class? What is the mother saying to Jonathan?
You smile.
Okay, he was smiling, but what it's saying? That mom is gonna work, right? She's gonna work and says, if I'm late when it's coming the storm, don't forget to take the horses, the animals, so they are not going to be in the tornado or the storm, right? So, yeah, so if she's late, she's going to try to be at home on time, but let's see. Continue with the reading, Marcelo.
Ducking into the car, she yelled thanks and drove off. Ever since the accident, Jonathan, Jade, done everything he could, and his therapist as well, to make the rest of his body as strong as possible. Mom and Dad helped a lot to making change in the house, adding ramps outside, pouring rope handles on the barn, doors low energy to reach they had even adjusted the horse.
Halters.
Halters, so it was easier for him to snap on a lead rope. It all helped.
Excellent. Thank you, Marcelo. So you see, here is describing that after the accident, all the family of Jonathan's family, they adjust the house. Now he has a ramp. Do you see in the street or in some places the people that they are using wheelchair, they have their own ramps. They are not going to use the stairs as us. They are going to use some ramps. So we need to respect those ramps, and it's describing that here. Now, you see here, now on the next page. Next page, yes, we have time. Let's start with next page, the first and second paragraph. Let's see, continue with the reading now on the next page. Andrea Núñez.
Since he was already out, he decided to go ahead and whistle the horses into the lot. It was easy, but a short while later, he was rolling himself back out the road, cellar toward the horse tow. Carrots laid carefully across his lap. As usual, Buster was his. The one he had hand-fed since a cold Buster. Nickered and then nuzzled at his hand so hard that he nearly spilled the carrots. You want sugar? I know, but it's staying in my pockets for now. Back in the barn, he turned on that milking radio.
Okay, stop here. No, the radio. Thank you, Andrea. Good job. Now, since the pronunciation is no science, it's since. Now, who is Buster, class? Andrea was reading a name that is Buster. Who is Buster?
The horse.
Is the horse. That's right. You see here, there is a horse, and it says that he was nuzzled as his hand. Remember, what is nuzzle? Nuzzle, it's like giving a kiss when you are rubbing your nose to someone or an animal, a person and an animal like this. In this case, the horse was nuzzling the hand of Jonathan. Now we're going to stop here. We're going to stop here because then, yes, we don't have enough time. So remember the predictions. Now with the predictions that you made, don't forget that at the end, I'm going to ask you for this prediction. So you are going to check if they were correct or not. Gabriela, tell me, Gabriela.
It doesn't import that I write 3 sentences.
No, it's not. It doesn't matter if you write 3, 4, or 5. It's okay. Then you're going to check your predictions, Gabriela. Like the first one that you already identified that it wasn't sure. It wasn't true, that prediction, but remember, it's a prediction. Don't worry. Now, we're going to...
I only solo puse 3 sentences.
3 sentences. Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. Remember, you don't have homework this week, not today, so let's finish with this class. You can go and have your lunch. Bye-bye.